Alright, we are progressively getting there. Dead Man Whispers. The Big Shell, off the coast of New York, the offshore decontamination facility was selected as the setting for a top-secret joint exercise between the Navy SEALs and Dead Cell due to its complex structure and isolated environment. During the exercise, Dead Cell and the team under their command portrayed terrorists, while the SEAL team acted to suppress them. Dead Cell was a specialized naval combat team feared for their brutality. Their main function was anti-terrorist training, launching unannounced assaults on important government installations to determine their level of security. Although famous for the ferocity of their attacks, there was another reason for their reputation. It was rumored that their anti-terrorist training was cover for their true mission, operating above the law to undermine threats to American national interests, whether inside the country or out. Whenever anti-American sentiment was suspiciously crushed or leaders died unnatural deaths, military insiders inevitably associated Dead Cell's name with the act. The rumors were never confirmed. However, that the name of Dead Cell had become equated with death, disaster, and calamity was undeniable until 1 year ago. 1 year ago, Dead Cell Commander Colonel Jackson was arrested on charges of graft and corruption. From that point on, the overzealous tactics during attacks, the shady past of the team members, and their combined inhumanity made Dead Cell's name synonymous with the military corruption and dishonor. Even their very fighting ability had come under question. This exercise marked their first official assignment in some time, but only Dead Cell leader Vamp was granted permission to participate. The joint exercises were drawing to a close. I was guarding my assigned area in Strut F. Immediately after receiving a report that half of the terrorists had been subdued, a Koda transmission signifying an emergency situation came through my Koda. "Come in, anyone. This is Alpha Team. We're under attack." "This is Pliskin. What happened?" I replied. "Dead Cell's Vamp. He double-crossed. The team is almost by him." I could hear screams and the sound of gunfire in the background. "What is your location?" I asked. "Strut B." I heard a scream and the line went dead. I immediately punched in a different frequency. A low voice answered. "This is Dolph. Is this Snake?" It was Marine Commander Scott Dolph. He was in Big Shell as part of the exercise. I explained the situation to Dolph. He answered through a burst of noise. "Looks like things just started on my end too." "What's the status?" "There was an explosion in the Shell 2 core. B1's almost totally flooded. Is this what you were worried about?" 3 days ago, I accepted a request from Dolph to join the exercise. Dolph was worried something might happen, and he asked me to put a stop to it if it did. But he didn't say why. All he told me was, "I'm counting on you." Dolph and Dead Cell were connected. Dolph's daughter, Helena, was Jackson's wife. When Jackson was arrested, Dolph was the only one who defended Dead Cell and Jackson. As a result, he risked his own position. Dolph seemed to be worried about something concerning Dead Cell. I accepted without any questions. I owed Dolph. Dolph created a fake identity for me, and here I was, along for the exercise as Lieutenant Junior Grade Pliskin. I then asked him, "What is Vamp up to?" "I have no idea," Dolph said in a deeply troubled voice. "Snake, we must figure out what's happening. We're trapped in the north part of filter chamber number 2 by debris and flooding. Looks like it'll take us some time to get out of here. I want you to rescue the SEALs. Head over to Strut B." "Roger that. Be careful. You aren't carrying live ammunition, are you?" Dolph was right. I was equipped for exercise and didn't have any live rounds. "No, but I'll be okay," I replied.
Nothing here.
Oh, great. So what I want to do is go up the stairs here. Yep, I don't have any key cards. There's usually a guard up here.
Nothing here.
I guess nothing. Weird. all of these require... I thought there were some that didn't require it.
Nothing here.
Literally nothing here. The one time I take my time to actually look around, there's nothing. Crud.
Nothing here.
Alright, he checks in, so I can't take him out.
Who is that? It's the enemy. I need help. Oh! It's the enemy. I need help.
Ooh, I had just enough time, thank goodness.
Who's that?
Nice, I can't believe I remembered that. Just to take your time and do a quick punch and you can actually knock him out. Got spotted, but no alerts yet. That's good. Bandages, but still no weapons. A stun grenade, better than nothing. Oh, thank goodness that guard doesn't see his buddy there. Otherwise, he probably would call it in. And another bandage. And
Who's there? Who's that? Enemy sighted.
just enough time to get out of there. Ooh. So that's interesting. This one's actually going from an exercise. Since kills don't really matter, wouldn't really hurt just kicking him right off. Holy crap, more pages. I was greeted at Strut B by the sight of a total massacre. The bodies of dead seals littered the entire area. Everything had been torn apart and splattered with blood. I heard a moan coming from a body in a pool of blood. Hold on. I ran over and lifted the soldier in my arms. He was still breathing, but his wound was deep, reaching his internal organs. It was clear he wouldn't make it. He looked at me with unfocused eyes. It was Vamp. He called it a lynching, revenge for those who backstabbed Jackson. He called the bribery charge a sham. You better not talk now, I said, trying to quiet him, but he kept on talking. Vamp's going after Captain O'Brien. But that's nonsense. There's no way the captain's involved. He's just not like that. Naval Captain O'Brien Multiply decorated in the Persian Gulf, Europe, and Africa, was commander-in-chief for the entire exercise. The mass media praised the captain as a competent and a noble-minded military man who was well liked by his fellow soldiers. He grabbed his chest. His grip was surprisingly strong for a man on his deathbed. The captain is on the first floor of the Shell 2 Corps. Save the captain, please. His body lost its strength. I closed his eyes. That was all I could do for him. I contacted Dolph, telling him what I'd just heard. I see, mumbled Dolph. His voice didn't sound surprised at all. In fact, he sounded like he just confirmed some bad news. Did you know about this? I asked. He became quiet, answering hesitantly. There have been a lot of cases involving murdered government employees and servicemen lately. Rumor has it, Vamp is behind it all. Is Jackson really innocent? I don't know for sure, but perhaps he was a real proud soldier. He was not the corrupt kind. You think O'Brien's backstabbed Jackson? I don't think so. I know his reputation. How can you be so sure? It was O'Brien who planned this training. If he was involved in Jackson's case, there's no way he would involve Vamp. That's only if O'Brien knew of the rumors of the lynching, right? He knew. Are you sure? Oh yeah, I heard of the rumors from O'Brien. You and O'Brien talked about the rumors? I was a bit surprised. O'Brien and Dolph, political Navy captain and head of the Marines, they didn't seem like a likely pair of friends. Dolph answered as if he knew of my doubts. O'Brien and I didn't always get along because of our positions. I don't think he liked me either, but I don't think he hated me so much that he wouldn't give me advice that would save my life. What do you mean? O'Brien came to warn me that I was Vamp's next target. I then knew the true reason Dolph had participated in this exercise. So you tried to rid Dead Cell of its infamous rumors by revealing yourself to Vamp? Correct. If nothing happened to me during the exercise, I could prove that the rumors were false. You do trust Vamp? Dolph scoffed. I wouldn't go that far. If I trusted him completely, I wouldn't have called you. I'm a coward. I said to him that trusting something or someone isn't that easy. Dolph did not respond. I then asked him, but then it's not you, but O'Brien that Vamp's after. Yeah, either O'Brien's information was wrong, or Vamp's wrong. It seemed Dolph was confused too. The only thing that's certain is that Vamp is trying to kill O'Brien. Snake, you've got to stop Vamp. Got it. I consider the structure a big shell again. I need to use the Shell 1-2 connecting bridge from Strut D to get to Shell 2, where Vamp should be heading. That meant I'd have to head for Strut D first. And of course, thus far, there's still no live ammo. Oh, I take that back. Found some ammo. Does mean I should rain hellfire, though. Ah, dang, the USP is not silenced. There's no chaff grenade over there.
There's somebody there.
Nice. Got to take out the guard. Without leaving it for the Cypher to see. Where is it? Oh. Oh, it's on its lower path right now. Oh, crud. Just in time. Yep, there's a guard up there, alright. More ammo, don't mind if I do. Definitely use all the ammo I can get here. Getting a lot of bandages, though, surprisingly. Dang it. Alright, where is he? Perfect. Still want to check for other stuff, though. Especially if I can, like, score a second ration. Should turn to his right. Yep.
Ow!
Yeah, I'm at the point now that I remember a lot of the controls, which is good, and more familiar with them. But how in these snake tails, I need to make sure to actually take that extra effort to look for stuff. Or it's just going to be a lot tougher than it needs to be.
Who is that?
I don't think he grabbed his radio yet. I do, however, hear a camera. Dolph contacted me as soon as I arrived at Strut D. He had apparently managed to get a hold of O'Brien. O'Brien had sealed off the door to the Shell 1-2 connecting bridge from Strut D to prevent Vamp from getting through. He'd also reorganized the surviving SEALs to defend Strut G. Dolph said Snake, join the SEALs. Vamp is the enemy. Those men might be SEALs, but I doubt they could stop him on their own. But how can I get to Shell 2? Shell 1-2 connecting bridge is closed off. There is another way. Go across the oil fence in the lower part of Big Shell. Use the ladder on B1 of Strut E to get down to the oil fence. You should be able to get to Strut L of Shell 2 by crossing it. That must have already left for Shell 2. I need to hurry.
Nothing here.
I think my safest bet here is just to wait right here until he passes by again. Come on, go back downstairs.
Nothing here.
Man, I think that's the smoothest I have ever gotten through that strut. By ever, I quite literally mean ever.
Who is that? It's the enemy. I need help.
What's going on? Respond. Communications with the DE connecting.
It's the enemy.
What's going on? Respond.
Yes, it reset that. Perfect.
Communications with the DE connecting bridge have ceased. Carry out an investigation immediately.
Who's there?
Thankfully, reinforcements did not come from Strut E. Let's go.
Nothing here. Nothing here.
Holy crap, that was lucky. And I actually went to the correct side. Yeah, because that's where the ladder is. Perfect. Ooh, there's something in here. M9. Let's go. That means I can actually knock people out.
Nothing here.
Or take them out, at least. I can knock them out, yeah, which doesn't matter too much to me, but I can actually take out some guards while being quiet from a distance. I reached the Strut E ladder and climbed down about 40 meters when I finally made it to the oil fence. I heard the sound of gunfire from above. It was coming from the Shell 1-2 connecting bridge. I could see the SEALs fighting Vamp, but it wasn't a normal fight. It was a one-sided massacre. Vamp ran. The SEALs fired, but the bullets didn't hit him. Vamp threw knives. Some of the men went down. Other SEALs fought back. Vamp wove and dodged. He slit the throats of the SEAL men, slicing their stomachs open and stabbing deep into their hearts. The SEALs went down in a split second. I saw the last man screaming at the totally unhurt Vamp. Suddenly, the connecting bridge exploded. It must have been wired up with bombs beforehand. A series of explosions enveloped the connecting bridge in flames, and it began to collapse with a roar. Debris rained on the surface of the sea. I made a run across the oil fence. A huge column of water rose behind my back. Waves churned, throwing the oil fence up with every undulation. I struggled along and finally made it to the lower part of Strut L. As I turned around, my eyes met Vamp's. He had tumbled from the sky and landed on the Shell 2 side. Vamp sneered, licked a knife with his long tongue, and hurled the knife at me. And then he disappeared into the interior of Strut G. I climbed the ladder and made it into Strut L of Shell 2. Vamp had already penetrated Shell 2. O'Brien was in danger. I ran for the Shell 2 core. Didn't realize he was there, otherwise I might have just used the M9. Alright, can't use that door. Alright, quickly and quietly here. I entered the Shell 2 core. There wasn't any gunfighter or any sign of people. The silence made me uneasy. The codec rang, it was Dolph. Snake, what is your situation? Right above your head, I've just entered the first floor of the Shell 2 core. How's O'Brien? I've lost contact. I clicked my tongue. Were we too late? We still don't know what's happened for sure, said Dolph, but he didn't sound too sure of himself. O'Brien should be on this floor, right? I asked. That's right, he should be barricaded in the air purification room. He told me he was going to electrify the floor to stop Vamp from getting inside. I looked at the passageway. The floor there was glowing dimly. Looks like the trap's still working. Yeah? But we're up against Vamp. Who knows if it'll help. There's only one way to confirm if O'Brien was dead or alive. Going inside. How do I disarm the trap, I asked. Destroying the circuit breaker in the room is probably the only way. You should be able to do it with a remote-controlled missile from a duct. You're gonna have to find a remote-controlled missile first. So essentially it's like rescue the president, but it's with Snake and technically a different scenario of it. Well, at least good news is thus far, no enemies. I mean, if there was, my anti-personnel sensor would be going off. Oh, right, the Nikita is the one that has the guided missile. Koda can't cancel. Nice and steady now. Don't let go fast. Not unless it's a long straightaway. Oh, I gotta take a different way around. Okay, I see. So I am actually gonna have to utilize the speed. That does make it more challenging. Turning's just a little too slow for me. I need to give myself more time to turn. Go, 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 go. Excellent, and no guards in the area is very good. As soon as I entered the air purification room, I found O'Brien on the floor, slumped against a wall. Judging by the cuts covering O'Brien's body, Vamp had tortured him instead of killing him instantly. O'Brien looked at me, recognizing my uniform. He was covered with blood, but he smiled in relief. I guess we haven't been wiped out yet. I signaled for him to keep quiet and examine the surroundings. O'Brien said, Vamp isn't here anymore. Looks like he left for B1 from the duct. It seemed nobody was in the room except the dying man and myself. I went up to O'Brien. He was bleeding pretty badly. Looked like he didn't have much time. I tried to treat him, but O'Brien refused. Stop it, I'm not gonna make it anyway. I know that. Get out of here now. Call for backup. No, I can't do that. You said he went to B1, right? I said. Dolph was on B1. As O'Brien told Dolph, he might be the next target, but Dolph was Jackson's father-in-law. And besides, he wasn't the kind of person to backstab someone. Something was wrong. While I was turning this over in my head, O'Brien said, "Don't do it, Lieutenant. You better leave. Don't get involved with Vamp." But we can't let him continue his little lynching game, right? Lynching? O'Brien tried to laugh, but he coughed up blood instead. "Vamp said you falsely charged Jackson." "That's crazy. I didn't do that. Nobody could." "What do you mean? The corruption case is airtight. There's plenty of proof." "What?" O'Brien tried to say something, but only coughed. He coughed up more blood. Then he was quiet for good. I tried to contact Dolph numerous times by codec without any response. I knew Vamp had already left for B1. I had to get to B1 right away. Just in case any guards spawn. Because it's not like that's happened before. Or hasn't happened before, I mean. Clever way of using the different vents, though, for the snake tail. I got in an elevator. I arrived at B1. B1 was exactly as Dolph had described. The passageway had been closed off by an explosion and flooded from a damaged water purification tank. I swam through the water and went through the debris to move forward. Dolph had to be on to the north. I opened a door and entered the second filtration room. Dead silence. Suddenly I spied someone standing in the darkness. Vamp. He suddenly opened his closed eyes. "I was waiting for you." "Waiting for me?" "That's right, I was waiting for the perfect opponent to commemorate the end of Dead Cell. And you're it, Solid Snake." "What are you saying?" Vamp, knock it off. No one backstabbed Jackson. His corruption." Vamp spoke calmly. "I know." "What?" Vamp stared at me with sad eyes. "Snake, you don't understand anything, and you don't have to. All you need to know is that you'll be gracing Dead Cell's legacy as the final victim." "Come on." A little slow on the throw there. Alright, throw a grenade in the water. Not take that much damage though. Kind of a glitch. I kind of wonder. Oh no! I fell into the pressurized water. I think as long as I shoot him and he's not red, I should be in the clear. That's the stun grenade doing in the underwater. No. No, it does not. Alright. Love that. Quick unequip and re-equip weapon reload though. Very helpful. Oh crap, I can do that. That's the purpose for the bandages. Okay.
Take this. Freeze.
I didn't pay attention that it was off out of the water. Could use the M4. Probably should have went up there actually. Now I can hit all the blades. You know, I was doing so well for like the first half of this health. What? That didn't count when he was on the wall, and I was shooting. You know, at least in that fight, I got to see stuff I didn't see when I was playing with Raiden. I approached Vamp as he lay in a pool of his own blood. Vamp, tell me why you went on with your lynching when you knew it was meaningless. Vamp's mouth twitched, because it wasn't meaningless. Jackson's arrest had been the final blow to Dead Cell's reputation. They call it a stain on the entire US military, called them a group of disgraced losers. The military had cut Jackson off as a liability, but that wasn't all. The brass tried to bury Dead Cell's previous record of success as well. It was a fate worse than death. We killed more than a few people. We killed civilians, women, children, the elderly. Some were unarmed. Some didn't resist. Some even begged for their lives, but we killed them all. Of course, we didn't kill them for pleasure. It was our mission. Dirty work, those types of missions. Everyone hated them, but they had to be done. So we took them all. A man like O'Brien owes a spotless reputation to the fact that we got our hands dirty, crawled through mud, and woke up screaming from nightmares. Vamp clenched his fist. Are we the lowest of men? Perhaps with the lowest of soldiers? Definitely not. I wouldn't allow our honor and purity to be stained. That was all we had, but now, this last bit of pride has been denied us as well. That's why I went on this mission. You mean you're lynching? That's right, if I kill people out of revenge, people may start wondering. They may even think that perhaps Colonel Jackson could be innocent. The more I keep on killing, the more the public will have to believe in his innocence. Did you really expect anyone to believe that crap? Of course, the world lives and breathes on what you call crap. Don't you think? Vamp laughed coldly, but his eyes looked empty. His eyes weren't those of someone who had regained what they had lost. They were of those who had lost everything instead. Then I realized. But you don't believe it, do you? Even if Dead Cell's reputation is restored, it won't matter for you. Vamp shut his eyes as if he were in pain. Maybe you're right. Any purity Dead Cell had possessed and its mission had been lost at Vamp's hands. The person in front of me wasn't a proud soldier. He was nothing more than a pathetic terrorist, and he knew it. Perhaps that was the punishment for his lynching, Vamp said, I don't care. At least I can protect someone. Protect? I'd do anything for Colonel Jackson, Helena, their unborn baby, and Scott. You fool. The shout echoed through the air. It was Dolph. He must have heard the battle and found us. Vamp smiled as he saw Dolph. His eyes quickly began to cloud. Dolph came up to Vamp and said, Nobody asked you to do what you did. Not Helena, not Jackson, not even me. You knew that, didn't you? Dolph picked up Vamp's hand. Just having you around was good enough for me. Vamp died with a smile on his face. Vamp died. A backup SEAL team secured Big Shell. Dead Cell was officially dissolved some time after that. Dolph retired from the military, and Jackson died in prison. They said it was due to mental exhaustion. Sometime later, a rumor began making the rounds. It said Jackson had been falsely accused, and Dead Cell had been framed. Wow, I got through that in less than an hour. 44 minutes. Not bad, I'd say.